Good morning, Captain Chris, your boat captain realtor here in Southwest Florida. Today we're going to discuss boater-friendly homes and what to look out for when wanting to purchase a waterfront property. A lot of my clients come from up north and are not very familiar with the different types of what we call Gulf access or sailboat access or freshwater canals. There's differences, so you really need to know those things before making a purchase down here, and we're going to discuss the things you need to look out for so we can hopefully find you a home that fits the type of lifestyle you're looking to achieve when you get down here in Southwest Florida. By the way, my name's Chris Glazer. I'm a boat captain realtor, and I've been down here for over 18 years. So I've got a lot of experience with not only waterfront properties, but just most of the communities in general down here. So if you have any questions, please make those questions available in the comments. If you like the content, click the like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button that you see right there in the bottom right hand side. So let's dive in. So the three main types of access we have here in Southwest Florida, specifically Cape Coral. We're in Cape Coral today, and those three are going to be your Gulf access homes, Gulf access with sailboat access, as well as freshwater canals. And really, all three can serve different purposes. The most flexible, I guess you could say, access would be sailboat access, because if you have to have a sailboat and you have sailboat access, you're not going to have to worry about things like bridges. So if you turn the camera around there, you can see we've got a bridge. And, those bridges could be a problem for larger vessels. So you're going to find that the most coveted types of access really is sailboat access, because there's really no limitations other than the size of your boat lift, or excuse me, not lift. Well, it could be your boat lift. If it's a sailboat, you want to worry about things like canal depth and that sort of thing. But you're going to find that the sailboat access is really one of the most cherished types of access to the Gulf. So if you're in an area where you do have Gulf access, but it's called indirect access, usually that's going to mean you're going to have a bridge to contend with. So you're just going to have to think a little bit about the size of boat you want or have, and that's going to make the determination on whether you're going to want direct Gulf access with no bridges or sailboat access versus just indirect access. So the third type of canal we have here in Cape Coral are what we call freshwater canals. And those particular canals are not going to have access to the Gulf of Mexico. They're basically freshwater. So, if you're going to look at buying a canal property and you have a boat that you want to take out to the Gulf, you just want to make sure that you're looking at saltwater canal versus a freshwater canal. Now, a lot of people like the freshwater canals because, for one, they're less money for the lot, and then of course the house. You might find that the home is going to be less as well, just because you are on a freshwater canal. Now, if you're just interested in maybe getting out and kayaking, or just being able to sit down by the water, freshwater will do the trick. So the second thing we want to talk about is docks. And what is it that makes a great dock? Well, several factors. Materials, depending on how they're built. You're going to see some of the older docks that may be, say, built out of wood, and wood only lasts for so long. So you might find that you're just going to be dealing with more maintenance on, say, a wood-built dock versus one with the new composite dock material that they use, where it's much stronger, durable, and will last much longer. So the second thing you want to consider is the type of lift that you have installed at your dock, and a lot of people ask, well, what exactly is a lift? Well, a lift is going to allow you to park your boat behind your house on your canal and lift it literally right out of the water, so it's not going to be subject to the elements. Um, and there's things you got to determine on. There's all kinds of different types of lifts, sizes, weight capacities. So when you're looking at deciding what type of lift do I need, you just need to figure out what size of boat you have. And we've got a lot of companies that we do business with and refer folks to that do boat lift installations. So we can help you get consultation set up with those folks, and they will basically help determine what's going to be the best type of lift for your type of boat. Plus, you're going to want to, most folks are going to want a canopy, so your boat's covered, and you can see we've got a canopy in the boat right behind us here. A pretty nice lift. The canopy will keep the sun and the rain, or at least most of that, from affecting your boat, and hopefully keep it nice and clean and have it last a long, long time. So the next thing you're going to want to consider when it comes to a boater-friendly home is how long is it going to take you to get out to the river and eventually out to the Gulf. From Cape Coral, that's going to vary quite a bit. You're going to have some homes that will be literally 2 minutes away, and those are going to be a bit more money than, say, a house that might be inland a bit and have several bridges to contend with. It could take upwards of an hour in some cases to get out to the river. So if you are interested in really I want to get out, I want to go fishing, I don't want to have to worry about any weather, sitting in a canal, well, guess what? You're probably going to want to be somewhere closer to like a sailboat access type of canal versus an inland canal. Also, keep in mind that there's speed zones in these canals, so you really you can't just go racing through. You gotta take your time and abide by the speed zones. And a lot of people ask, well, how fast can you go? Well, usually it's minimum wake in most of them, or no wake. And when I say minimum wake, you might be able to get up to as little as 5 miles an hour. If it's no wake, it would be less than that. So just keep in mind that there are speed zones in these canals. Next, we're going to discuss bridge limitations. So, having a boater-friendly home, you would, in most cases, want less limitations when it comes to getting out on the water. So just keep that in mind. And when I say by limitations, if your boat has, say, T-tops or a fly bridge, you just want to make sure that you can get under those bridges. Otherwise, you're going to want to, if for some reason your boat cannot, you're going to be limited to, say, sailboat access. So next, we want to talk a little bit about water depth and canal widths. If you have a larger vessel, you definitely are going to want to have the ability to maneuver it, and the canal width is something you got to think about. If you're just running around and say a 20-foot runabout, well, canal width isn't such a big problem. You can usually spin those boats around pretty easily. But if it's a big boat, two things you really got to think about are the canal depth as well as the width. And most of the homes that we see really large vessels on are going to be sailboat type access homes because they are going to be on the older canals that are much wider and going to be much deeper. The other thing to consider too is you got to look at the condition of the seawall. And some of the older canal homes in Cape Coral, you'll notice that they start to deteriorate over time and could need either to be repaired or replaced. And so just keep in mind that the seawall can be very expensive. I mean, you could be looking at as little as maybe $10,000 to repair it, or $50,000, $75,000 possibly to replace a seawall. And that's something that you would be responsible for as a homeowner in Cape Coral. So hopefully this video helps you with making the right decision when it comes to canal home down here in Southwest Florida. A lot of options, a lot of things to think about. I've lived down here for over 18 years. I've had a boat down here for over 18 years, got my merchant mariner's credential, so I'm very familiar with all the boating regulations, all the safety things to consider, and just everything that you would need to know when it comes to purchasing a waterfront property. So if you like the video, go ahead, click the like button. We'd love to see the likes. And then if you really like the content and you would like to subscribe, click the subscribe button on the right hand side. We'll send out a video. We try to get a video out at least once a week. So hopefully we will see you again. This is Captain Chris, Boat Captain Realtor, Southwest Florida. We are checking out.